Hello friends, I'm Lindsay Law, and this is Youth Rising, a gathering place for families to talk about mental health and specifically to discuss our daily mental health hygiene practices. We'll talk a little bit more about what that means, but basically, how are we taking care of our brains every day? I'm a physiotherapist by trade, and I've been homeschooling my kids for about 8 years now. They range from ages 4 to 16. I have 5 kids and 1 on the way. I have struggled over the years with anxiety issues and have done different things to help to manage that. Learning really amazing things about my brain and about my children's brains that I'm really excited to share with you. My goal with these videos is that parents and youth will be able to use them as a tool to learn about their brains and apply them in their lives to improve their mental health. They can create an opportunity for discussion through the week, and you can watch the videos together as a family and learn together. One of the things that really got me excited about doing these videos is that I realized that as parents, we spend a lot of time teaching our kids about taking care of their physical health and their physical hygiene. We teach them to brush their teeth, brush their hair, exercise, and eat good food. But we don't take a lot of time to teach our kids about caring for their brains and how to use their brains to work for them instead of against. In our family, we've set up specific times during the day where we meet together to discuss different things. And one of the things that we discuss is ways that we can take care of our mental health and training about the way our brains work. So these opportunities to meet together and discuss these topics create a real openness in our family about mental health. And it creates an awareness for my children of these ideas. If you're talking to your kids about mental health, they're more likely to come and talk to you about things that they're struggling with and things that they have concerns about. So as I was looking at YouTube and other resources for mental hygiene information, I realized that most of the information out there really focuses on mental illness. As I did some more research, I realized that there are many definitions of mental health out there, and it can get kind of confusing. The simplest definition I found that I liked was it affects how we think, act, and feel. That can refer to how we handle stress, how we relate to others, how we make choices, and many other things. One thing that the Canadian Mental Health Association talks about that I really liked and made things clear is that mental health is separate from mental illness. For example, you could have really great mental health and be diagnosed with a mental illness, or you can not have a mental illness diagnosis but have poor mental health. Whether you have a mental illness or not, your mental health is based on how you think and feel and act. So I like to think about it this way. Your mental health is basically the health of your brain. Everybody has a brain, and so everybody can do things in their life to improve their mental health or the health of their brain, or to do things detrimentally for the health of their brain. So if you've got a brain, you are in the right place. One of the favorite things that I have learned about my brain over the years comes from a woman named Carrie Contey, and she is a parenting expert. Okay guys, so today we're going to talk a little bit about the brain, and we're going to learn about the different parts of the brain, okay? So I want everyone to put up their fist, okay? Okay, but this, you need your thumb under. There you go, okay. So we're going to talk about the brain, and we're going to learn 2 different parts of the brain, okay? So this top part where your fingers are, we call this the cerebral cortex. Can you guys say that?
Cerebral cortex.
Right. And or our cognitive brain.
Cognitive brain.
And this is where we do a lot of our thinking. Like if we want to move our leg, we think, oh, I would like to move my leg. And then or your arm, and then we move parts of our body. Or this is where we have conscious thoughts. This is where we have conscious thought. And this part underneath, so you can lift up your fingers, and right where your thumb is, we call this your primitive brain,
Or the lizard brain.
or the lizard brain, or your hind brain. There's lots of different names.
Brain.
Some people call it the monkey brain. Okay, I've never heard it called the guacamole brain, but
Definitely guacamole.
yeah, you like that? This part of your brain does automatic things, okay? So automatic things like keeping your heart beating or your lungs breathing. Other thing that this part of your brain does, do you know what? It protects you from tigers. If a tiger was coming, this part of your brain would make you alert and
Run really fast.
heart rate would increase and you could run really fast away from the tiger, okay? Sometimes our brain protects us from things that aren't actually dangerous. Sometimes we might be worried about something, about maybe calling someone on the phone. Our hindbrain will try to protect us from being uncomfortable, but sometimes it's important for us to be uncomfortable. And so this part of our brain is really helpful because there are times in our life where, I mean, most of us won't meet a tiger, but maybe you're walking across the street and a car is coming. And then you have to like move really fast or stop to react so you're not gonna get hurt, right? And that part of your brain is really helpful. But sometimes this part of our brain tells us things that aren't true. You made a mistake on your math. And then this part of your brain might say, oh, you're not very good at math. You always make mistakes.
Or you get really annoyed and
What's
get
wrong
mad
with
and
you?
you're wrong.
It's important for us to recognize that the thoughts coming from this part of our brain are not conscious thoughts, and we don't have to believe all of those thoughts. So this week, what I want you guys to try and do is just really be aware of the thoughts coming into your mind and take note of, is that thought coming from my primitive brain? Or is that thought coming from my cerebral cortex? We're going to talk more about thoughts and what to do with those thoughts that are coming from your primitive brain. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know and comment below any topics you'd like me to cover. Please subscribe so that you can be notified of my next weekly video, and share this link with anyone you know who has a brain.